And it looks like I am back, finally. Uh, that was a rough week. I don't know exactly what viruses are circulating these days. I have no idea. I don't know if that was COVID or if that was the flu or if it was a combination of both with an element of pneumonia thrown in there. Who knows? But it was extremely unpleasant, and yeah, I don't think I've ever had a sickness impact me quite like that before. Aside from chicken pox as a child, most viruses are not that painful, so I wouldn't wish that upon even my worst enemy. Uh, but I'm still alive and got through it for the most part without having to go to the hospital. So that's a good thing. Um, because I don't like going to the hospital if I don't have to. So still a little stuffy. Um, so I may have to pause as I'm recording intermittently to kind of cough and whatnot because that's probably going to linger for the next 3 or 4 weeks. But otherwise, I feel better. Um, I appreciate everyone, all of your patience, and of course everybody that posted kind and supportive words on my channel. Appreciate that. It does mean quite a bit. Um, so again, thank you. But now that I'm back, uh, I've been today. I've been kind of going over where things sit, where I left off. Um, because I have not looked at Flutterflow or anything since I went down for the count. So I had to kind of get a refresher and figure out where I was with things and what my plan was going forward. I'm trying to get out of the fog a little bit. I know that I was closing up on the marketplace app. Um, so we'll address that again at some point. And I'm also going to begin looking at the social media app again. Um, but I think for right now, to try and just get me back into the flow of things and get back going with these tutorials, we're going to go ahead and start moving into those three other tutorials that I had said that I was going to start working on, which would be the blogging app, a booking app, and an e-learning app. So for this tutorial, we're going to start with the blogging app because it's probably the easiest and most straightforward to really kind of tackle. So I'll do the first tutorial on that here, and then if I feel like it today, I'll go ahead and knock out one or two more tutorials for the others. So anyway, so blogging app. Okay. So I've created a new project here. I don't have it connected to Firebase. I'm not going to use Firebase because I'm just going to be doing the front end stuff. Everything is completely fresh for this. I don't even have any collections in here or anything. So we're just starting from total blank. Uh, when you build your own app, if you decide you want to build a blogging app, you can have as many or as few elements to it that you want. But for this particular tutorial, the specific things that we are going to use will be, well, as far as the collections go, we will have a users collection, we'll have a blog collection, which will be the top level collection that'll hold the sub level or the sub collection of posts. So a user who wants to create blog posts will essentially create themselves a blog account, which will go into that blog collection, and then their posts will be stored underneath that collection. And that way, visitors to the app, if visitors want to create an account and follow certain bloggers, to be able to get push notifications when a new blog is posted, and those users will be able to follow the blog associated with another user rather than following the user themselves. So I'll kind of explain that as we get into it a little bit more here. But so again, we're going users collection, a blog collection, a sub collection of posts under the blogs, and it's really, I mean, that's going to be pretty much it on the collection side. I mean, that's really all we're going to be doing here is making posts for people to read. On the front side, we are again going to have the ability to authenticate, so users can log in, but in our route settings, which I don't have authentication set up yet, so in our route settings we'll have the majority of the pages set to public, so that it does not require authentication to view. So that a person does not have to create an account if they don't want to. They can just view the post. But if they want to get notifications, or if they want to save posts or things like that, then they'll have to create an account. So we'll have an account page where users can view their saved posts and blogs that they're following, as well as their account information. We'll have probably a floating action button for users that are bloggers to be able to create new blog or new posts for their blog. And essentially the main page will be just kind of a feed of blogs, of posts. And then we'll have some sorting options so that users can sort by the date of the post, or they can sort by name or by the blogger themselves, as well as a search bar, so they can search for specific blogs and things like that. All right, so that's kind of the main premise of what we're going to do here. Again, this is a pretty simple, straightforward app to do. It's actually a good one to start with, in my opinion, as far as just kind of getting your feet wet and learning just kind of the basic ins and outs of building an app. The individual that requested this tutorial also asked that I construct a desktop view for this app, and I will do that eventually. I'm not going to roll that into this tutorial right now. We're just going to work on building the interface for a blogging app on mobile, and then we'll look at an interface for a desktop later on. All right, so first thing that I want to do then is I want to go ahead and construct my collections, and I'm going to pre-build them. So I'm going to pause the video, pre-build them, and then unpause the video and show you what I built out. That way you don't have to watch me do this, because you know this process can be a little tedious and slow. Okay, so I've built out the collections now. Just got these three right here. I did my users collection, and I let Flutterflow generate these main items here. And I added is blogger as a true false, blogs following as a list of blogs, and then saved posts as a list of the posts. And then the blogs collection, I have the created date, blog title, blog description, banner, the owner reference to the user, users following reference, likes, views, and then the liked by users, which is a list of users. And then the subcollection of the posts, I've got the created date, the edited date, post title, content, photo, video, likes, liked by users, and post views. So pretty simple, not a whole lot going on in here, but something for us to work with. All right, so back on our main page, this will be again the page that everybody sees when they download and first open the app. And I think what we will start with here, let's go ahead and start up here. I am going to leave the app bar at the top. And let's see, first, I don't want, I'm not going to use dark mode. Get rid of that. And let's, ooh, no, that's terrible. No, let's just leave it as white for now. All right, and I'm going to, it still doesn't line up. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. And let's go ahead and drop my end drawer in here, and we'll come back to that in a minute. Go ahead and set this action to open that end drawer. Now let's see here. Okay. Now, as far as how I want this to be laid out, I think what I want to do, kind of processing how I want this to look. Let's see, it's going to be the best process here. All right, so let's go ahead and drop a container up here into the app bar. And I'm going to shrink that down and set its width to infinite, and then I'm going to change its fill color to match the app bar here. And then I'm going to go down here and grab a text field and drop it in that container and go ahead and set its parameters here. Okay, let's turn autofocus off. And let's fill it white. Let's leave that as underlined because we're not going to have a border. And let's see. Let's see here. Where is it at? Oh, there it is. And we'll do a trailing icon. Search. Okay. All right, so now we have a search field up there. Let's see how that looks. Come on now. Don't know. Do this. Let's see here real quick. Yeah, do it like that. That'll work. All right, so now we've got our search bar. Just wanted to go ahead and drop that in there so it's in place. So next thing that I want to do then, we've already got a column in here, so that's good. I'm going to actually drop a calendar widget right there up here in the top, but I'm not going to use the full calendar. I'm going to use the week view. We'll set initial date to current time. Let's keep things consistent here. That's all right. Looks okay. We'll just work with that. And we're going to do week view. Okay. And let's see here. We could just leave all the rest of that the way it is. Maybe change the text color from white. Okay. Yeah, that'll be fine. All right. So I have that at the very top. Now I want to go ahead and get my list of posts going down here. So let's get that taken care of real quick here. Let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and drop a list view in. Bring that down just a little bit. And then I'm going to use a pre-made element. And let's find a good one for this. Let's see. That'd be a good. Okay, let's see here. Let's do that one. And I do remember something I needed to add in here. Let's go back to blog posts and let's add category field. And we also need to add that in blogs. We could also do subcategories if we wanted to, but we'll just work with one category for now. And I do want to turn that off. And I think I want to actually add something else in here that we're going to use to make it kind of unique here. So we're going to set an isPublic variable on the posts. That way a blogger can have restricted posts in case they want to have like private content for specific followers. In this way, I guess a blogger could monetize their content if they wanted to, or they could just offer limited posts to certain users, to their followers or whatever. So there's a number of things you could do with that by having certain posts behind a restriction wall. So we'll include it in this tutorial just to kind of play around with what we could do there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and generate my list of posts through here. And these posts are going to be associated with whatever date is selected up here. So it's only going to show the post for, well, the date that'll initially be selected will be the date that is current. But of course, the user can select any date previously if they want to. And then the posts that'll show up in this list view will be associated with that selection. So I'm going to go ahead and do a backend query. We'll query collection, we will query blog posts. And for the value source, we're going to set it to query all sub-collections because I don't want it to be tied to just a specific blogger. I want it to query all of the posts. And we'll leave that as list of documents. We'll leave limit set to empty, and then we're going to do a filter. First filter I'm going to do is public, and we'll do equal to true. And then we're going to do a created date filter, and we're going to do greater than is greater than widget state, our calendar selected day is greater than start. And then we'll do another filter, created date is less than widget state calendar end. And then we can order by created date. So we'll do the newest post first, so it'll be decreasing. And then we can let's do infinite scroll on that. All right. So now we've got our list here. I do need to I'm going to set my top level column to be scrollable. Scroll down through here now. Then I'm going to grab list view and bring that up some off the bottom. Which actually I've got safe area turned on, so that's not necessary to do that. But I'll leave that. I'll leave it the way it is for now. All right, so now we've got that going. I do want to go back up here to my app bar, and I do want to set the collapsible on it, which I think I'm going to do floating, and I do want it to snap, so we'll do that. Oops. And then I'm going to go ahead and drop a floating action button in here. Let's change the color here. And let's put an icon in there. And then we're going to set a scroll to action on that. We want it to scroll to the beginning. So that way if they, go all the way down here, they can tap that and we'll pop them back up there to the top. All right, so now we've got a good layout here. So now we can start working with setting up the details on these posts here. And then of course, creating the blogger page so that they can create their posts. And of course, the logged in user account information. So let's go ahead and do the details on this real quick. So first, I'm going to do that to kind of make it pop out a little bit. Then I would set the image, go here to blog post, set that to the post photo. And then here, first I'm going to duplicate that. And I'm going to set this to the category for that post. And then in here, I'm going to go to the row first. I'm going to add a backend query on that row. I'm going to do a document from reference, and I'm going to go to blogs. And then I'm going to go into the blog post query here, and I'm going to grab the parent reference to that blog. And then I'm going to go to this text field, and I'm going to do a combined text. Yeah, that's what I want. Add another text field. Go into the blogs document, and then grab the blog title. And then I'll probably change the color on that. Okay. And then we'll get the post title. And a little preview of the post content. We'll set the max lines to 2. Actually, I think I'll do character limit. Check something real quick. Okay. I'll do character limit, and I think I'll do that to just do 72 characters. Okay. All right. Then let's see. I don't want any of this here. I do want to drop an icon in here. Okay, a little bigger, and we'll set that as post likes. Compact. All right, that'll work. I think I want to drop that down just a little bit. Get a little bit more space there. Okay, and then let's see here. Is this okay. Okay, gotcha. All right, I think I don't know if I want to set the number of views or not. I guess I could. No harm in doing it. So let's do that. Let's scoot it over some. And we'll duplicate this as well. Set that to a different color here. And then, of course, we'll change this to post views. Okay. All right, that will work. And then this, I don't know if I want to do anything with that or not. We'll come back to that. I'm not going to worry about that right now. All right, now we've got all that set up. So I think the next thing that I want to do then is I want to go ahead and create the page that when a post is tapped on, the page that'll be expanded to show the full length of that post. As well as some additional information about the blog that's associated with it. So let's go ahead and create another page then. So let's go here. And I may just go ahead and use a pre-made page if I see one that I like. Let's see. Well, all right. Let's use this one. All right. So let's go back here real quick, and I'm gonna change this icon. I think so. I'm gonna do like a view icon. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, it looks a little weird. Let's see. I don't know what I want to do here. Let's just do a plus. Yeah, whatever. That'll work. And let's go ahead and do navigate to the view post page. We will allow back navigation. Our transition type will be a scale. We'll set that to 400 milliseconds, and then we'll pass the reference for that post to that page. Okay. And let's go ahead and pass the parent reference too. Pass that from here. There we go. All right. So go ahead and start working in here. It's already set to navigate back, so that's good. Navigate to root page on failure. Yeah, let's turn that on. We do want to turn that off. Okay. And let's go ahead and do a page level backend query to that post. Document from reference, blog post, and post reference. Okay.